Before I jump into this review, I just wanted to be known that this is actually my first time watching Joseline's Cabaret. I had seen a couple clips online with a double homicide comment, I think maybe like one or two other moments from the show, but I had never even like seen a super long clip or anything longer than 2 minutes. So with that being said, just be mindful of that during my review, because I may say something that may be normal to Joseline's Cabaret, but I didn't think so. So if I get anything incorrect, just correct me down below, respectfully. This review is going to be of episode 2, but I didn't do a review of episode 1, so I'm just going to do a quick little recap. My thoughts on episode 1 were I thought that Wet Wet was very annoying, but I don't think she deserved to be treated how everybody was coming at her. Amber did a lot for me, but she is from Chicago, so I feel like I'm definitely trying to like her, even though I'm not really that big of a fan. The girl Chanel that was brought back from last season, she really could have just been left there because she wasn't assertive enough for me in this first episode when the girls were trying her. The Christian girl didn't bother me as much as I felt like she was bothering everybody else, and I think that you could be sexy and very religious at the same time. At the end of the day, it's just a job for her just like it is for everybody else. And episode 1 leaves off with the photo shoot fight with Amber and Wet Wet, and I actually felt pretty bad for Wet Wet, but she was being annoying, and Amber is from west side of Chicago, so I knew she definitely had a bit of a hot temper. So I'm not surprised that those two ended up getting into it. Now to get into my review of episode 2. How I'm going to do this is I'm only going to talk about things that kind of stood out to me or that I found important on the show. So this episode, the episode starts off with the fight between Wet Wet and Amber from last week, and obviously Amber had that. Even after the fight though, Amber still wanted to fight her, which for me she was doing a lot because she already beat her up. And it wasn't even like Wet Wet got her good a couple of times. Like, no, Amber clearly won that. So I don't really know why she wanted to keep going because there isn't really a point. I do want to make a comment though that Wet Wet looks much better in her confessional than she does on the show itself. I'm assuming she got a better wig or something because she definitely looks much better in the confessionals. But Amber gets sent to the back after her argument with Wet Wet in the makeup room, and Chanel was trying to talk to her, and I thought Amber was just being very rude to her. I didn't think that Chanel had it in order at all, neither did Lexi Blow. And after all the chaos, Chanel gets on a FaceTime with Joseline to tell her about the fight, and Joseline puts her in her place and tells her that if she can't handle it, then she shouldn't be there. Joseline was calling her scary in her confessional, and I will say that I have to agree. I think that Chanel was just letting the girls talk to her any sort of way, and I don't think that they really took her seriously, especially Amber. Just the way Amber was talking to her was very out of pocket, and I think Chanel should have put her in her place and been much more assertive because I think that actually would have impressed Joseline. I feel like Joseline thought Chanel was scary last season, so I think that if Chanel came in assertive, Joseline would have really liked that. After that phone conversation with Joseline, Chanel gathers the girls together and she tries to tell them about their actions. While Chanel was talking to them, she used the word all, and Capri, I think is her name, the tall lesbian girl, kept repeating that there is no all, and Capri kept interrupting the group saying that there was no all, and I found that very annoying because I just feel like if it wasn't you, then you know she wasn't talking to you. She was just being pretty immature for me, and I haven't really cared for her in the first 2 episodes. Amber starts to go off again, and she feels upset because she felt like Chanel implied that she was the only one acting a fool, and I feel like Amber was doing all that because she knows herself that she was acting a fool, but she just has too much pride to admit that she was out of line. Chanel keeps talking to Amber, and then Amber says that she's going to calm down, and she ends up getting her makeup redone. Joseline pulls up to the photo shoot, and immediately she starts to go off on all the girls. Joseline first had told Amber to get out because she heard that Amber was talking about her. After Joseline kicks out Amber, she then checks Chanel and tells Chanel that why didn't she handle it and tell Amber to leave. And then Joseline also checks Lexi Blow over not handling the situation correctly. Joseline then tells Chanel to go talk to Amber, and while Chanel was outside trying to talk to Amber, to me they were doing a lot of back and forth, and Chanel was trying to sympathize a lot with Amber. But if it was me, just the way Amber was acting the entire day, not listening, being disrespectful, I really would have just left her outside. I would have walked back inside and told Joseline, yeah, she's not a good fit for the show, her attitude is off, she gotta go. Even if she didn't go, I think that Joseline would have liked the fact that her and Lexi Blow took a stance on something instead of always trying to play neutral. Joseline gets the girls in a circle, tells them she's going to beat them all up, and I felt like she was talking to them very degrading. I did know that before watching the show just because I had seen a few clips of her doing that, and I seen on social media that some of the girls came out and said they didn't like it. However, I did think it was funny when she was arguing with the Christian girl Gaia. But Amber does make her return back in, and Joseline asks her what's the issue, and then Joseline asks Wet Wet to sing a song. Miss Wet Wet decided to sing very terribly, and that caused Raven to sing, and then Amber, and then Joseline tells them to leave because they weren't there for singing. I'm not gonna lie, that was a really hilarious part to me in the episode. Joseline knows what she's doing. She's very entertaining just by the way she acts. The setup for me was super hilarious. They fell right into it. But after Joseline had told them to leave, she thought about it and she said that she was being a little mean, so she went and talked to them and they all decided to come back to the cabaret. Joseline has her group photo shoot with the girls, and then Princess pulls up to the house to talk to Joseline. They don't really talk about much. Princess didn't do much, but Joseline goes outside and then brings the girls inside from the Sprinter van. The girls meet Princess Love and they all start to have drinks and hang out. In the midst of their hangout, Joseline asks Capri if she has female body parts because it's questionable. Capri denies that and says that she's a woman, but then she kind of quickly switches the conversation from her to Lexi Blow. Lexi Blow was in the area when they were having their conversation, and she brings up the fact that she felt like Lexi Blow was snotty and had a nasty attitude. I mean, obviously I wasn't there, but from what we've seen, I don't really think that Lexi was being nasty or rude at the photo shoot or even when the fight had occurred. I felt like Lexi, from being from season 2 and having the Joseline stamp of approval to come back, I think that Lexi could have been a lot more rude and Joseline would have let her get away with it, but that's just my opinion. I feel like Capri was just putting on a little bit of a show for Princess and Joseline because it looked like she wanted Princess to like her so bad. But then as that's going on, Gaia, the Christian girl, starts talking to the ladies about selling themselves, and she kept saying that she doesn't sell herself like the other ladies. Personally, I feel like if you don't do something, you don't have to mention that you don't do it multiple times, especially in front of people you know that do it in front of you. But clearly she wanted the drama and she wanted to get under the girl's skin, which is exactly what she did. Princess Love ends up leaving, and then Joseline ends up getting a little bit messy with the group of the girls, and she asked who they would send home. Lollipop, who I felt like we didn't hear that much from, ended up saying that she would send Amber home, and Amber got pretty upset and spilled some tea about Lollipop linking with the guy the day before going at Joseline's cabaret. First, I think that Lollipop is correct in saying Amber because Amber was doing a lot the entire time. For me, it keeps seeming like Amber is getting upset when people are upset with her, but she's the one causing everybody to be upset. She was just acting a mess, and every time somebody said anything about it, she got very defensive about it. Even the whole her spilling some tea on Lollipop thing, I thought that was pretty dumb because this is a show for strippers, call girls, dancers, and just people who are in the dancing and sex industry, period. So I thought that her trying to bring that up was pretty weak. After that, the girls all moved to the kitchen, and that's where a lot more of the drama starts to ensue. As they were all in the kitchen drinking, Amber brought up the fact that Lexi was laughing at the girls for sleeping outside. And to me, this whole conversation was dumb. I don't know why they were so mad at her when Joseline is the one who had them sleeping outside and gave them the instructions to not come inside the house. If anything, they should be mad at Joseline, but I feel like they were trying to redirect their anger at Lexi Blow. And I really don't see the big problem with her laughing because even if she did laugh, it is funny, like they're sleeping outside and just listening to anything that Joseline says. But Lexi ended up denying laughing at them, so they asked Chanel if she did, and Chanel put her on blast, and she turned and shook her head yes and laughed when the girls said that, which obviously all the girls started instigating because she put Lexi Blow on blast. Joseline didn't like that move and she ended up calling Chanel fake in her confessional. But while this is going on, Raven then puts Gaia on blast and lets Joseline know that Gaia, the Christian girl, was saying that she would beat Joseline up and snap her neck. All the girls pretty much confirmed that Gaia was talking about Joseline. Joseline really did not look amused at all, and it actually goes up into next week, which looks like the girls are actually going to jump Gaia, the Christian girl. And if you listen to the previews for next week, you can hear Joseline saying to drag her out the house. But that ends the episode, and based off the sneak peek for next week, it looks like we'll also be seeing a fight between Lexi Blow and the Christian girl outside. I am looking forward to seeing that because Gaia looked like she slammed Lexi Blow, so I want to see if Lexi Blow will recover from that. But as far as this season goes, I'm not gonna lie, it's so much better than Baddies. And not even because I think this is like a super amazing show or they do a whole ton, but even the little bit of effort they put in, and I really do mean just a little bit of effort, made this show much better than Baddies. As far as the girls go, a lot of them really haven't stood out to me, but my favorite based on the first 2 episodes are Lexi Blow, Wet, even though I find her to be annoying, and I actually like Lollipop. I don't know, something about her look I just like. I think I'll have more favorites and people I like as the season goes on. But that was my review on episode 1 and 2. Let me know what you guys think down below. What are your thoughts on how Joseline talks to the girls? Because I feel like that would really get me if I was on a show like this. Also, let me know on your thoughts on how Joseline talks to the ladies. Me personally, I don't know if I could deal with someone talking in my face the way she talks to them, but let me know what you guys think about that down below. If you made it to the end of this video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.